If you work on the greatest radio show of all time, you need your own space. And today we're giving Gary from the Howard Stern Show an awesome man cave. Gary Dell'Abate is the executive producer of the Howard Stern Show, where he is known to his fans as Baba Booey.
The thing I like best about producing the Howard Stern Show is that it's different every day. I walk in, I never know what it's going to be.
Gary is a huge sports fan.
I've been a sports fan for as long as I can remember. Big Mets fan, big Jets fan.
He just built a brand new house with a wide open basement. The only problem is, Gary has no clue how to fix it up.
Gary's not very handy.
It's funny, this guy has no clue what a tool is.
No. I am not a handyman. I'm not a handyman at all.
So stay tuned as we take Howard Stern producer Gary Dell'Abate,
Stop all work. Stop all work.
and turn his gigantic basement into the ultimate upscale sports bar.
Look at it. Huh? Oh, yeah, dude. That's
Man Cave, baby. Man Cave. Gary may have worked for 20 years in radio, but getting him ready to be on TV is going to be a big challenge. Let's start with the basics.
Start with just your name. My name is Gary Dell'Abate.
My name is Gary Dell'Abate. Gary Dell'Abate, one R in Gary, D-E-L-L, apostrophe, capital A, B as in boy, A, T as in Thomas, E. Like I've never done that.
Good. Now let's see if Gary can hit his mark.
Even though it seems weird, try to always keep your toes pointed towards the camera, even though if you're looking to the left.
All right, come on, guys.
All right, what do we do?
Over the top, speed,
All right, speed.
and action.
I want you to have some shelves. You can put your bottles, your glasses. What are you laughing about, man? What are you laughing about?
He's like,
He's got no scene.
you're talking way over his head. He's like,
He's excited.
a bar.
A bar, I get
Let's get on with the show because we have a huge white room we need to turn into a man cave.
You know what? The best part is nice tall ceilings.
Goose, this is kind of nice, right?
This is sweet.
You got a lot of
This is
room.
nice.
Yeah. All right, let's check this out. Come on, let's look at the plan. Nice job on this, by the way.
Like my builder, I had nothing to
See,
do
I
with
was just. So you didn't do this. You hired this out.
it. No, I don't know about any of
Yeah,
this.
he has no clue. He has no concept of how this whole thing's coming together, but he will. You know what a hammer is?
I do know what a hammer is.
All right, so we'll work on it.
Okay.
Check this out. All right.
Man
All right. He got nervous.
That's all right.
He did. Let me see.
Take it easy, Gary. You're in good hands, my friend. All right. This is your man cave. This is your upscale bar right here.
It's excellent.
We're going to start with the wainscoting.
Nice.
All, right, all the way around the room, 44 inches high.
It's going to be nice, man.
Beautiful stuff. Turn our attention to the bar. I mean, you got to have a bar.
Absolutely.
Right? I want you to have some shelves. You can put your bottles, your glasses.
Granite
some
bar
candles,
top.
Nice.
Beautiful granite bar top. And a granite slab on the backside as well. Got a sink going in.
So wet bar.
Ooh, wet bar. What was that?
I'm excited.
Are you kidding?
It's not very man cave-ish, Gary.
He knew that. He knew that. It was a wet bar.
There you go. There you go.
I'm loving the bar. I'm loving the pool table. I like the whole cherry look, so I think it looks amazing.
The fun thing is, you're going to build it.
Yeah.
I am?
When Jason went over the plan, I think Gary just thought we were going to come in here and just build this man cave for him. He was going to sit back and drink pina coladas. Well, that ain't happening.
First thing I do with this guy is make sure he understands the tool list.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do something to make sure he knows. If we ask him for a speed square, he knows.
We're going to do a little test.
All right.
Come on, Gary.
We got our work cut out for us if we're going to turn this space into an upscale bar and sports room. First, we're going to install cherry veneer finish wainscoting, then cover the walls with fall gold paint, and finally, we're going to build a bar, complete with glass shelving and granite countertops. While they get started, I need to give Gary a tool lesson.
First of all, I just want to point out this stuff is very dirty.
Gary seems to be very anal. I'm going to go and say it, and then you just pick it up and you tell me how you use it. Pencil.
That's a pencil.
Okay, very good. We'll get something a little harder. Hammer.
Oh.
A tape measure.
That was easy. Let's step it up a notch.
Okay, an impact drill.
An impact drill. Let me see what that is. I know what that is.
Nope.
That looks like... I'm going to say this is the impact drill.
That's it, Gary.
If I just go to him and say, hey, Gary, I need a screw gun, or Gary, I need a nail, I got to make sure that he's bringing me the right thing. A sander.
That's this guy right here. You know how I know what this is? My wife's been sanding the furniture for the summer.
That's good, that's good. You got your wife sanding.
That's right.
So you get extra credit for that.
Exactly.
Radio.
If I don't get that right, I'm stupid.
Wow, Gary passed his tool lesson. Now he's getting ready to build with Jason and the guys.
All right, Gary, time to learn something, my friend.
While he gets to work, I'm off to give this man cave the upscale treatment.
Number one is the wainscoting. It's going to go all the way around the room. It's really going to bring it that upscale look. It's a kit, and there's different elements. There's the baseboard, there's the stiles and the rails, there's the panels, there's the top rail, and the cap. What do you think of the color?
I like the whole cherry look. A man cave should have a dark look to it.
To get started installing the wainscoting, we first need to focus on the bottom rail. Most floors are uneven, so we're going to use a shim to get the baseboard level.
First put the baseboard on, and then you work your way up. The nice thing about using a manufactured product is that it's a kit, everything is precisely cut. Once you get that bottom rail level, everything else just goes up nicely.
We have over 600 square feet to wrap in wainscoting. That's huge. Our first step is to get the bottom rail up, so I'm going to have Gary apply the construction adhesive. Next, I'll hold up the left side while Gary checks to see if we're level. Once we're level, Gary holds the bottom rail in place, and I use a 16-gauge nail gun to tack it in.
The next thing that goes in, there's a channel on that baseboard that the panel slides into. Bingo. Press it into place. So now we're ready for the stiles, okay?
Okay.
Rail, stiles, rail.
To attach the stile, I'm simply placing the tongue of the stile into the groove of the panel. Now Gary applies more adhesive to the back of the stile, and we slide them into place. Assuming we're level, we can carry on.
For more information on this project, go to DIYnetwork.com.
I mean, I've never done anything like this, and I'm getting the hang of it pretty quickly.
And if you were to do this, if I were to take you through the process of doing it yourself, of actually building your own from scratch, your head would be spinning. Gary, no, he's not a very handy guy, but he's learning. Listen, anybody that's energetic and wants to get into it, I can teach him.
I don't think I could do it alone, but Jason made me feel like I could do it if he wasn't there. But I'm sure the second he left, I'd be like, Jason, help.
Coming up, Gary meets one of his favorite players.
Come on down.
Later, we find out of Gary's man cave material.
What do you get, manicuring? Huh?
I do not get manicure.
Stop all work. Stop all work.
It's going pretty slow here in Gary's man cave. The guys have started on the wainscoting, but have over 40 more still to put up. I'm doing some furniture refinishing, man cave style.
How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good, I'm Tony.
Tony, I'm Wolfgang. Nice to meet you.
Wolfgang, perfect. Listen, we're doing a man cave. It's an upscale man cave, and I was wondering if you have something that I can restore to go and bring to this place and make it a little bit special.
I happen to be starting a little tabletop right now.
Right.
If you want to watch me, be my guest.
Well, I want to try and help you, too. You know,
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm a worker.
For this man cave to have class, I want to give Gary a real antique table that he can use as a display feature. The first step is to tape the side off with masking tape to protect the rest of the table.
How was that?
Very good, very good.
With the tape on, Wolfgang is going to show me how to strip off the old finish. Using a small paintbrush, we apply a thin coat of liquid stripper to the surface.
That's good. Let me try this. Can I try this a little bit?
Absolutely.
Wolfgang likes using that little brush. I like to pour.
Hey, you didn't tell me the shortcuts, huh?
Once the stripper is set, we use a putty knife to scrape off the old finish, going with the grain of wood.
Oh, look at that. Comes right off, just like that.
Until it's softened enough. Oops.
Sorry about that.
Next, we clean off the tabletop, sand the surface, and now we're ready to stain.
I think it's good.
Sticking with the upscale theme of the man cave, we decide to use cherry stain to give it a rich look. We apply the stain with the rag and again go with the grain.
The stain does not discolor the wood. Because what you're actually doing, you're putting little tiny specks of pigment into the grain of the wood.
Well, this stuff's got a little kick to it, too, huh?
That's not bad.
So now we got to wait for this to dry?
Yeah, that's the longest part.
So this is like the expression when they say, man, this is almost as bad as watching paint dry. This is the process.
This is it.
We getting paid while this is doing this?
We hope so.
Watching paint dry turned out to be as much fun as it sounds. My role in this project is done.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send one of my guys back to come pick this thing up. You're the coolest Wolfgang I ever met.
Making things look older takes time, which we don't have. So I'm heading back to help the build team, which is slowly making progress on this giant space. The guys have started painting, and Jason has turned the wainscoting project over to Keith and Sal. Now Jason and Gary can start building the frame for the back of the bar.
The easiest way to do this is you're going to hold it like this. Now, this hand is your guide hand. I plant this hand right here. See how I have my hand here and my thumbs up here? This stays put, and then I just push right past it. All right, if you get a sliver, don't whine about it. Just take it like a man, all right? All right, here we go. There you go. You made your first rip, my friend. We'll measure our height. put it in place, and then we can cut our panels to go on each side.
Excellent.
All right, let's sit down there.
We've made our cuts. Now Gary and I need to install the nailers for the frame of our bar.
Let's use our cut edge so that way we know we have a nice crisp.
Gary's comfortable with the glue, so I'll have him apply the adhesive and I'll secure the nailers with an 18-gauge nail gun.
Go.
Now that I'm back, I need to check on Gary's transformation into a man cave guy.
Stop all work. Stop all work. Dude, manicure or no manicure?
I'd say it's a manicure. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that.
I don't get a manicure.
If he has his back waxed, we're stopping.
I'm walking away right now before we get any deeper in that.
No, okay.
We're all right?
We're good.
No? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Look at
Let me
this.
see.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, dude. That's
Man cave, baby. Man cave.
Close call. Now that we know Gary is man cave material, it's time to continue with the bar. Gary and Jason are going to cut the panels for the back, and then Jason's going to show Gary a new tool so they can add glass shelves.
Gary, what we got to do now is create our holes for our little pegs to sit in.
Right.
And I got the perfect jig for this. This is just called the Jig It. Basically, it's a piece of plexiglass with predetermined holes in it, and they're all lined up perfectly. So you just set that jig up against the edge of the plywood, and these holes are made to receive this jig right here, and this thing just slides in. See this little slot? Slides into that hole, just like that, and that goes in a predetermined depth.
So it's exactly what you need to put a peg in.
It's exactly what you need to put a peg in. Perfect.
I'm going to drill a number of holes so that we have options when deciding the placement of our shelves. I need to mark where I started and match the starting point on the other panel so the holes match up. We've drilled the holes for our shelves. Now we're going to attach the partitions.
Slide it right in there. There we go. Sits like that.
Now that we have our partitions made, we just glue and nail them on.
So now we've got a nice finished side here. We got a nice finished side here. This is just a matter of repeating this process. We're going to repeat it on that side, on this corner, on that corner, and then one right here in the center.
Next, things heat up in the man cave.
3 hours you guys took to put the one piece of stone in.
And later, Gary's upscale sports bar is open for business. Howard Stern's producer Gary Delabante's upscale man cave still needs a lot of work. The wainscoting is only halfway done, and the bar is just framed up. The good news, Gary's actually getting a hang of this construction stuff, and maybe man cave material after all. But how's this radio guy learning to be a TV guy?
Gary, come on over here real quick. Now, I know there's no reason. Face the camera. Always face the camera. The camera's behind you like this.
Let's do that again.
Take two.
Gary, come on over here, man. Let me show you something. Real quick, just a lesson. Now, we have a camera behind you for you over here. So you got to stand on this side.
But that's not what you said, Liz.
Yeah, but we moved everything because we thought that you would
Don't quit your day job just yet, Gary.
Jesus Christ.
Now it's time to get back to the bar. We still got a lot of work to do.
All right, we're making some progress, Gary.
Looks great.
Right. After your walls are in, your partitions, then you can start putting your shelves in. And where you have an opening, you put your top piece in and your bottom shelf in, and then we can do our styles, which is here and here.
To make the balance, Gary and I are using a miter saw to make our cuts.
So that top 12 inches is just a balance. And what that allows us to do, it creates a soffit, so we can put some lighting in there.
Now for the big test. Can Gary put what he's learned into practice? His challenge? To build the shelves.
You never know what to expect from, somebody like Gary, and he was into it. He was like a kid working with all the tools. All right, so let's see how you did, man, with your cut here. Look at that. Nice and snug. That's what we want. See this little gap? Yep. All you do is, boom, pull that right over.
Okay.
It's perfect. All right, so first thing I'm going to do then is put the nailers up.
To install our shelves, we first glue our nailers to the wall and use a 16-gauge nail gun to reinforce the bond. Next, we lay our shelf in, secure it to the nailers, and hope it's level.
Put that on there.
That's nice and level.
Dead center, man. Check that out. Not bad for your first time putting those up.
I'm very excited about seeing the finished product because they said there's a couple of surprises. I can't imagine what's left. Once I saw the initial design, there was so much more than I thought I was ever going to do. I can't imagine what surprises are waiting for me.
But everybody say goodbye to Gary.
Gary's getting kicked out so he can pick up his wife, but we still have a ton of work to do if we're going to get this man cave done before she gets back. First off, we need to cap off the frame, tack in some crown molding, and attach the back panel. Next, we're hanging a mural of Game 6 from the '86 series. Installing the soffit with puck lights. We stand the entire back cabinet cherry and install the glass shelves.
The back of the bar was a really hot spot of activity, and when you've got 4 guys working back there, it's a little much. You're stepping over people, but that's where all the action was.
Hammer! With everything going on in this man cave, it's getting crazy, and we still have a huge job to do. Install the granite countertop. And our problems with Gary are nothing compared to getting the counter level.
It's here. It's this here, right here.
Yo,
Where's the planer?
give me a trim saw and I'll just make some notches and chisel it out.
Hell with that. Plug this in. Let's go. We just got to go in and make sure it stays down to earth. Can't get too worried about dust and stuff like that.
Put the level back on here. Come on. 3 days to do this thing. Come on, put the stone in. Let's go. All right? Any more problems, just call me. 3 hours you guys took to put the 1 piece of stone in. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Get that thing in. It's done yet?
That's it right there.
Huh?
Get the
Does
leg.
it work? Is it fixed? Shim this, shim that. Put it in. What's it look like? Mwah! And let's go. With the granite in place and the bar shaping up, it's now full speed ahead on making Gary's man cave come together. So we hang a light over the pool table, lay out some of Gary's prize memorabilia, and finally, my table completes the room.
Oh, that should cut it.
If somebody moves it, you're going to be kicking the ass.
Coming up, Gary Dell'Abate gets his upscale sports bar.
Oh my God.
Gary Dell'Abate isn't the only Howard Stern Show man cave we're building. Gary lives in the suburbs and wants an upscale sports bar. And Howard Stern wildman Artie Lang, his man cave is a whole nother beast.
How you feeling? You feeling all right?
I feel like we're doing a Village People video.
My man cave is built for a family, and Artie can do anything he wants. For all I know, Artie's going to put a batting cage in his living room.
Everything I have is better than Gary's, without question. And if the room isn't better than Gary's, I'll buy something to make it better than Gary's.
We transformed Gary Dell'Abate's empty basement into the ultimate upscale sports bar. The back wall started blank and was turned into a stunning, completed bar. We put granite countertops on, applied a total cherry stain, built awesome glass shelving with overhead lighting, and hung a mural of a memorable scene from Mets history. The cherry veneer wainscoting brings the rest of the room together with the bar and completes the elegant upscale feel of this man cave. Finally, no man cave is complete without a flat screen and a pool table. Also, my table is the new home for one of Gary's most prized possessions.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy smoke.
Love it. It's very classy, and it's not just going to be a man cave. I'm going to get down there as much as I can.
What do you think?
It's amazing. Oh my God, look at all the stuff on the wall.
You gotta take it in. You can deem it. Take it
I don't
right
even
in.
know where to start. There's all the pictures on the wall, especially like stuff from my life. There's a picture of me and my dad and kids at a game, and there's a picture of me when I'm in high school playing football. And
Let's start with the bar.
oh, I love the beer tap.
Hit that light switch. These are the lights that we worked on. Hit that one. There you go.
Yeah, you actually did that, Gary.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
Now this right here will give you up-to-date
To the minute.
scores 24/7.
Like a live
If you
scoreboard?
have any degenerate friends, and I'm sure
I
you
have
know.
many.
You have a couple.
It's amazing. I mean, the man cave is really amazing. The word that comes to mind is classy. It's still got all the elements. It's got a place to watch sports, pool table, the wainscoting looked great, the granite looked great, the bar looked great.
We have a little surprise for you.
Come on down, Jericho!
Jericho Cotry from the New York Jets.
Oh, come on. Oh, my God.
A little something from Mary's Cave.
Well, I have to say, I did something very unmanly. I hugged him when I saw him. I can't believe you're here. Congratulations.
You're like a little kid, man!
It's like Christmas.
Gary had such a great reaction to see Jericho. I mean, he is such a huge, huge Jets fan, and that was so genuine, and it made him really, truly very happy.
Jericho, oh, I'm such a huge Jets fan. So now I'm turning red. It's been an amazing experience being with Tony and Jason for the last couple of days. They've literally moved into my house. It was really a great time. I think I have 2 new friends.
Gary's like the hit of the neighborhood, and all the kids wanted to see what we've been doing. And when they finally got to come down, you know, and they saw Jericho Catre down there, they wanted to do a Jets chant. All right, we got a Jets player. We got Gary. Why don't you lead us in a nice chant here? Everybody get fired up first. Let's go. Come on, Gary.